Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming joining the stream this early. It is 9:15 on a Sunday morning, and we're going to be starting tomorrow Grimsby. So thank you very much for joining. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, then hello. Thank you very much for coming and staying around. Hope you enjoy your time here. We're currently just going through towards the end of the transfer window. So we don't really do much business in the transfer window at the minute because we can't get any players on loan because FIFA is just like that in the minute. But we can have a quick look at, we haven't brought anyone in, but I wonder if he's going to talk about and show, yeah. Okay, so we sold our backup goalkeeper, James McEwen, and we've also sold Rose, who was a good player, but we're going to be having a lot of better players, and we thought, wow, we can get a bit of money for him, why not sell him? But we have brought a lot of players in for the start of next season. We've got them on pre-contract. So we've got Kieran Agard from MK Dons, Michael Harriman from Wickham, John Brayford from Burton, Eric Bakker from De Graafschap in the Netherlands, Luke Adam from Vale, Marco Matthias to lead our line as a forward, Jordan Clark from Accrington, Dan Butler from Newport, and Bailey Cargill from MK Dons again. So we've done good business to start to get our team ready for next season, and hopefully that next season is going to be in League One. But we still need to carry on and do what we're doing. We're very close to being able to say that we're one of the favourites for promotion. But it's more than likely going to be through the playoffs this season because we are not, I think we're at 4 or 5 points behind. So Paul Dixon's going to be going, that's fine. And we've got a loan off for our keeper. Good morning, Matt, hope you're doing well. Yep, so Paul Dixon might be going on free transfer, but it's fine, he's 32. And we're going to let him go. Did you go to the game then yesterday, Matt? Yep, and Dixon will be going at the end of the season. He's had a good season for us, but we're looking to replace him with a younger left back for next year. So, you know, it is what it is, and we can't let people go out on loan, should they? And they've offered for JJ Hooper. Oh, JJ. You know what? For this season, he's been doing all right, so we're gonna leave him. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Accrington Stanley, they're decent. I like Accrington Stanley. I like their ethic, the ethos, the way the team's run by the management. So, I've got nothing against them, but I still would love to beat them. Good morning, Marussia. Hope you're doing well. I still would absolutely love to destroy them. But they are a good team right now. Okamasa is not looking like he's going to be any good. His valuation's not there. I mean, Marcus White, good, decent valuation, but he's probably, sprint speed's at 81. It's okay, but he's probably not going to amount to anything. We might promote him just to give him a run, just to see how he feels. Whitehouse has got 2 days. That's fine. He'll just be missing a Newport game, but that's par for the course. We've got enough replacements within here now, so we can just stick Hess and Tyler in. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, now our bench is starting to look a little bit thin, but we've got those 2 youth players that we can bring up. We are looking light on the striking options, which is another reason why I didn't want to get rid of Hooper. Davies, King, Manjack, Essen, Tyler, Cook, Guerrero, Hooper. Yep, we'll go with that. That looks like a decent enough lineup. I mean, Costa's come on, all right. What's his passing? Short passes 71, long pass 60. Yeah, okay, I like him. Yep, definitely a good young player. He definitely feels a lot better than this Robinson, even though that Robinson has got higher physical stats. Okay. Strength at 83 already. just not very quick. He can't get himself into and out of position. So that Robinson will be one to watch out for in about 2 or 3 years. But probably when we get to like championship level, that should be when he starts to come into his fore. And Costa, hopefully next season, will start to have an amazing season. When he gets to the upper 60s, that's when he'll start to just take off and become an amazing player. Because that's when we found with when we had Victor White. It wasn't good until he got like to 71, 72, and then he just took over the league. And then when he got to the 80s, he was just absolutely unstoppable. Let's just get back into the feel of FIFA this morning. A little bit of one-touch passing drill in front of the Newport County players. That'll do. Yeah. There we go. Get the old fingers working. Did you guys go to the games, relative games yesterday, or did you just watch them on like TV, or see the highlights and watch them on text and stuff?
Let's have a look at how the opposing team will line up today. Well, it looks like all hands to the defensive pump. At least they've got 2 forwards.
Yes, and hopefully they will get some service, but it is capable this shape.
Dangerous ding ball, it worked. Butler's going to be joining us for next year, so this is a good audition for him.
It's an excellent cross.
Pipe heads it up in the air, and Amino gets it clear. So we'll be able to see how Butler handles Hooper, and whether he looks like he's going to be able to handle it. I mean, Pipe is funny. That's a much better. What position are you currently sitting in the league, Matt? Except that's not. Hey, for your first season back in League One, that's not bad. Not bad at all. In that league, that's just outside the playoffs, isn't it? Yeah, 2 go up, 4 playoffs, 6, yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. Do you think you'll make the playoffs this year?
Hooper to Thomas. Cook.
Yeah, cool.
A threat at the moment, but they have got the ball.
Oh, Dimitri, good defending.
Looking a problem until the clearance was made.
Manjet, bit of space. Not the best effort in the world, but he is right-footed, so I'll let him off with that with his left peg. That was a good effort. Good effort. Just was always floating away from him. And I knew that was going to be a free kick. Shh. All day. Oh, come on, make the run, Chicky. Come on, Chicky G. Good header, man, Jack. Thomas to Cook. Cook dinks it over to the back post. Chicky G, good save. That is no, it's in Chicky G. That's Thomas. Wow. I thought Thomas should have. Oh, fair enough, Chicky G. I can kind of excuse Chicky G missing that header because he is not a header, a good header of the ball. And that was not far away from. That was not far away from Hessenthaler. Not far away at all. Where Exeter? To be perfectly honest though, Marussia, you'll go through this little bit of a phase where you're not doing as well as you should be, because you've got a good team, but you'll come good in the end. You'll be in and around the playoffs, guaranteed, in that league. Oh yes, Cookie! Off the rebound, where's Thomas? Wes Thomas with the shot, bounces down. Luckily, thankfully, Jordan Cook is in the right position to finish that. 1-0. We'll have that. We will have that. Good block by Kingy. And that's gone out for a corner. Yep. Managed to just deflect it enough. He couldn't get a clear shot. That's a strange tactic. Woo! That come through a lot of players, and Oliver looked like he saw that really late. Yeah, he didn't react until he was past the Newport County player's head. That's a great save. And good punch. I have never seen... Well, Wilmot scores, but I've never seen the AI use that edge of the corner tactic where they try and get it for a volley. He just didn't clear a corner, and it's 1-1. Manjek on the volley. That's lucky. That is so lucky. I have not a clue how that has gone in. That has he just scuffed it, or has he took a deflection? It's bobbling. Oh, he's bounced off the knee of the defender. Okay. It was not the best shot in the world, but it loops off the defender's knee out of the keeper's reach. And we've got the lead back. Again, a bit lucky today. Oh, then again, Wilmot's in again. And he's blazed that one just wide. Chicky G's in behind pipe. Gonna try and drill it in for Hooper. That's a great crossing goal. That is an excellent, excellent ball in from Chicky G. And good morning, Jamie Farden. Thank you very much for coming and joining the stream. Hope you're doing well, my friend. That is a great little ball in. He gets behind pipe. Drill cross in, and Hooper's there just before the keeper. Gets ahead of Butler, and that is 3-1. You're from Coventry, you'll get on well with Matt then. You'll get on well with MSN Ninja. Are you a Coventry fan though? That's the thing.
O'Brien anticipated the direction of the pass and was able to intervene.
Yeah, you'll definitely get on well with MSN Ninja then. Big Coventry fan he is. What? Did you go to the game yesterday, or? And what's your opinion on the game yesterday? 1-1 draw against Accrington Stanley. Not bad. Both of you come up from League 2 last year.
So we're all set for the second half. Andrew Cross.
Butler, good ball in. Loyola just get a flick on it to take it away from Matt.
Put into the middle.
Davies, good header. Cook. That's the space for Hooper to run into. Hooper's going to look behind for Thomas. O'Brien's just in the right place.
Pass goes straight to the opposition.
Oh, Wilmot gets a bit lucky from that. Dangerous from Newport.
Here's a chance to whip it in.
Matt to Butler. He's why is he not changing to the defender that's in front of him?
The goalkeeper has at least nullified this particular attempt.
Oh, you fancied the striker there, didn't you? Having already scored, he's been playing well. He's confident in front of goal.
Some players limbering up for the away team. Substitution in the offing. Gordon Cook
Ah,
away to try and find an opening.
didn't want that pass to go there.
Well, they have deep resources financially, Paris Saint-Germain, as this deal shows.
Well, having spent around 65 million, I think they've invested in good potential in a player that can only get better for me.
Okay, that's fair enough. I haven't seen any of the highlights for the games yesterday yet. I'm going to watch them this afternoon.
Team having all the ball, but not really making many chances because the opposition have defended in numbers.
The only highlights of any games I saw yesterday, I watched a little bit of the Liverpool-Arsenal game yesterday.
In goes the corner.
So I'm hoping to, when I finish the stream this morning, to go downstairs, get some food, and watch match of the day. So I'll do that later. I'll do that after the stream this morning. Is I'll go watch match of the day and catch up on that, and then I'll watch the rest of the highlights from some of League 1 and League 2. I don't watch all of them because, let's face it, who's got time for that? I'll watch the Vale highlights again, just to see how Notts County's first goal went in, because I don't understand how that went in yesterday. From watching it live, I was at the wrong end of the ground to see where that was.
Certainly wanting to find a teammate, but he's just found an opponent.
Chicky G, edge of the box, flicks off O'Brien. We're gonna make some subs. Cook and Thomas are gonna come off. And you know what? Let's also give Guerrero a change. Let's go for a full change.
Here comes the corner.
Costa heads it back across, but straight to Wilmot, and Forte's trying to start the Newport counter attack. Bit slow developing though.
Opponents around him, that's good screening of the football. David Pipe. It's a good cross. Not really away from a threat here. This is Campbell.
Costa to Remy Campbell. Left footed! 4-1. That's a great little bit of play. Costa Coffee. Well, it's not Costa Coffee, it's Giovanni Costa. Slips it through the middle. Remy Campbell runs onto it on his weaker left foot. Past the keeper. Bit of coffee. And it's 4-1. Nice movement. We're now being able to take advantage of the fact that Newport are starting to leave gaps. That's the thing in this FIFA. It took me a while to see the patterns, but it starts to get to a stage now where I can start to see against majority of teams when they start to change their tactics, like going from attack to defensive and stuff like that. And there's now a way of being able to exploit when they go attacking. Man, Jack. Oh! Oh! Off the defender and nearly flicks in. Hooper! Oh, just never going to be able to do that. I am Jamie. I am on Xbox. In my opinion, the better of the two consoles. For certain things. Games lineup is definitely better on the PlayStation, but...
Oh, he spotted the pass and cut it out. Now he's looking for support.
Nice play. Can we get it around the back post? Campbell! Oh, that's good play! That is good play! That is best. That is great play. Well, it's better, Mike. Whoa. If you're talking about companies, in general, I'd probably say Sony. If you're talking about the parent companies and how they run and all of the products, I'd probably say Sony. Because, let's face it, Bill Gates, who owns Microsoft, bit of a dick. You know. But if we're talking for gaming consoles, I have more fun on my Xbox, but as I said, there are certain games that you can only get on PlayStation, and the exclusive games for each console. Oh, well, Joel Matt goes and scores, they're making it 5-2. The exclusives for the consoles, PlayStation has a stronger gaming lineup. I know Sony made PlayStation. Yeah, I know they did. But I like PlayStation. I think the Xbox, I prefer my Xbox One because I prefer the controllers, and so if there's a game that's available on both, I'll more than likely get it on the Xbox One, just purely because I prefer to play with the Xbox and the Xbox controllers. It's just more comfortable for me. But as I was saying, but for console exclusive games, Sony has Microsoft beaten hands down this year. Well, not this year, but at the minute. I mean, games like Uncharted, Detroit Become Human, Persona 5, and that kind of stuff, they're only available on PlayStation. And when I was younger, did I get good qualifications? Are you talking like GCSEs and A levels? Yeah, I got good GCSEs. Didn't get very good A levels, but it didn't really matter because the job that I'm doing now has got nothing to do with the qualifications that I had. So I got decent GCSEs. I say decent GCSEs for the time. It's weird nowadays. It's weird. That was a good win, and I thought to the victory. we get a decent win under his belt against Newport County to get his 5-2. That's decent for our goal difference because we started off the season with quite a poor goal difference. So for us to start to creep this up is good. Moves us into 5th. And Newport are lowly down in 18th. Well, yeah, what's our goal difference now? 50 and 39, so 11. Yeah, that's good. We've now scored the most out of anybody. We've now scored 50 goals, which is the most in the league. That's brilliant. That's a great turnaround. Seems we couldn't score for like the first 4 games. And still with the game in hand, 4 points behind Mansfield, who are in the last of the automatic promotion places. And we've got our youth player scouting reports back. Our first ones after we spent the money to get the big scouts. So let's see what they come back with. Oh, that's a good one there with Sam Cox. Patrick Hughes doesn't look too bad. And Oscar Wright. We'll get 3 of those in. So we'll get Sam Cox. Who was the other one? It was Patrick Hughes. He looks like he's going to be a centre back. And Oscar Wright looks like he's going to be a centre-back as well. So that's not bad. It looks like we're going to get a core defensive partnership there. And we've also got Josh King. Aguilera looks alright. Seppel, no, he's not going to be good enough. Jose Miguel. These are all very, very good. Right, let's see who... We've got no one that's got a 90 potential. So we'll go with Diego Rodriguez, who's probably going to be a centre defensive mid. Jose Miguel as well, who's going to be a centre mid. And the rest of them we'll leave there for the time being. And then the last one is from Ireland. And this Donald Gallagher looks like he is going to be amazing. 50 to 60. Right. Matt, Jamie, if you're in the chat, what valuation do you think that Donald Gallagher's going to be? I'm not going to look at him just yet. What do you Football TV, good morning. Thank you very much for coming joining the stream. Hope you're doing well. What do you think his valuation is going to be? 25k. Liam Walsh, well, we'll get him in. He's another keeper. At 250k. Okay, that's not a bad shout. Only 130. That seems weak, but we're getting him in because he just looks like he's going to be amazing. Let's have a look at what their overalls are. Alright, so Sam Cox is a 57, potential to be 90. Patrick Hughes, 56 at 88. We've got a left back. We've got 2 centre backs. Not bad. Diego Rodriguez is a 55, centre defensive mid. Miguel is a centre mid, 56. Donald Gallagher's a 54 left winger. 54. With that sprint speed and acceleration, he's going to be decent. Left-footed as well. And Liam Walsh, 54 with a 94. That's not bad. Not bad at all to start off with. We're in League 2, Jamie. We're in League 2. And what do I like about FIFA 19? I like the challenge at the minute. I really like the challenge because it's different than what FIFA 18 was. FIFA 18, the highest difficulty never felt like a challenge. It never felt like a challenge. When we were on what difficulty was it? It was legendary, wasn't it, last time? It's the highest. So legendary. It never really felt like it was that kind of a challenge. Whereas we put on ultimate, and straight away it was a massive challenge to get used to. Now, it's not as much as a challenge, but it's still a decent enough challenge. But we'll see. We'll see what the longevity is like. We'll see what happens when we get like closer in towards the Premier League and stuff like that, and when we start to play about, the graphics don't bother me. In my opinion, and again, you guys are entitled to your own as well. In my opinion, if you go to a FIFA game looking for graphics, you're looking at it for the wrong thing. In my opinion, because for me, it's about, because the graphics, it's not like it's a visual experience. It's not like you're going through and you're wandering around cities. You're playing a football game with a lot of moving parts, and your camera angle is like fairly far away. You know, it's not important to me at all, the graphics. It's good that it looks cool and they keep improving year on year, but graphics in a FIFA game, it's not worth it at all. I'd actually prefer, I would take lower graphics for a harder game, for a harder what you call it, for a harder game experience. Oh, that's unlucky from Cook. We nearly robbed that. Do I like any new games? Yeah, I'll fair few. Love the new Black Ops. Love the new Black Ops game. Absolutely amazing. Red Dead, the new Red Dead is good as well. Just gonna say, the new Red Dead game is very, very good. I enjoyed playing the campaign and the story of the first one up until halfway through. Then the missions got, in the first one, the missions got too boring, and I didn't enjoy it after that fact, because the missions were just like, I'm bored of doing this same thing every single third mission, so can we please have something fresh? And so far, yes, Red Dead 2, some of the missions have been very, very similar, but the characters and the story around it have been able to, and the grinding aspect of being able to save money for the camp and contribute that way has kept me interested enough long enough to put up with some of the flaws that it's got. But yeah, there's loads of new games that I like. But there's also loads of new games that I will never get, because I don't like either the concept or just the normal, the way that way that the game handles. Costa Coffee! Great finish! Giovanni Costa from the edge of the box. Little wizard. The spark plug. I would love them to bring out a Winter Olympics game, Jamie. I would love it. I don't think they're ever going to do it, though. I don't think they'll do it. I mean, they've done like Sonic at the Winter Olympics, and they added that Winter Olympics kind of add into that game. What was it called? Steep? But I would love it. It's like, I would love them to bring out an Olympics game every year. Not every year, sorry. Every Olympics. So you have an Olympics. It's like London 2012 was a great game. A great game. And I would love them if they did a Rio. If they did a Rio game. And wherever the next one is in... The next one's... I want to say it's in Tokyo. But I think it's in Japan somewhere. But I don't know where it is in Japan. And I think it would be great if they did have another Olympics game. Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics. I don't really care. I would love to play it. I really would. I played the hell out of London 2012. It's like FIFA always does an add-on, but it's an add-on for the World Championships and the World Cups now. Not World Championships, or European Championships. Why can't they have an Olympics game that has add-ons? Or just a normal sports games that has add-ons for the Winter Olympics or the Summer Olympics? I mean, Steep was not a really good example, because what you're gonna do, you're not gonna play curling in Steep, are you? Really? And that's what I would want to do. I would want to play curling. I love curling. Love watching it, and I'd love to be able to play it one day. Couldn't slip that pass through to Jordan Cook. Almeida. Oh, that's a good ball, but Oliver saw that quickly and was out like a rash on him.
The attacking team have got a problem here because the opposition are just sitting in and saying, well, you
bad ball.
down if you can.
What is my job? That is, Jamie, that is something that I don't disclose on stream. That is personal information that I keep to myself. If that's all right with you.
Private game between the two of them. Proper tackle that. Jordan Cook. Slip through.
Cook. Oh, we've got a second. And we are starting to be able to run rampant on teams right now. And this is with a Grimsby team that hasn't had many additions to it. Get the space for Jordan Cook. He is so good. No, I tend to not do the time finishes. I keep honestly, Jamie, I forget. And when I do remember, I mess it up. So sometimes I just let it go. I know I can turn it off, but I think that one day I will actually try to do it and learn how to do it properly. Oh, Hooper, you 50 pence head. Get your head reshaped, son. We'll pay for the surgery. As long as it means you start scoring headers. Just saying, Theo Vassell for Port Vale also needs his head reshaped. He had 2 or 3 good chances with headers yesterday. Should have put them away and didn't. Guerrero is in. It's 3. He's not offside. Are we talking in real life, Jamie, or are we talking in the game? I thought Chicky Guerrero was offside. Good finish. Yeovil, you're 3-0 down before half-time. What are you going to do? Real life. Favourite players of all time: Paul Scholes, Brian Laudrup, Peter Lovenkrantz, Paul Gascoigne, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Tony Naylor, Neil Aspin, Ian Bogey. Yeah. Oh, and Steve Guppy. At the minute, for people who are currently playing, Ben Whitfield, Vale, Tom Pope, Luke Hannant, and I'm getting a soft spot. Oh, close. Oh, straight to the keeper. I'm getting a soft spot for Mitch Clark at Vale at the minute. Mitch Clark is just... I'm jealous of Villa. I really am. He is going to be an amazing fullback if he carries on the trajectory he's on at the minute. He really is. He has been so good for Vale this year. So good. George Best, I to be perfectly honest, I never saw much of George Best, and he was a great player. Just not taking anything away from that and what he did. But for me, I never saw him play. So, kind of, I can't really say he's one of my favourites because I never really saw him play. You know, like I saw like highlights and that, but oh, good battling, Davies. Great tackle, Chicky. Oh, come on, ref, you got the ball. Like, yeah, exactly, ref, you got the ball. Get away, League 2 referees. Awful. Awful. No. Don't think so. Don't even know what a raid is.
Well, now they've got the ball, what are they going to do with it?
Is that something that happens on Twitch? I don't think raids happen on I don't think raids happen on YouTube, if I'm being honest. Don't know what that pass was meant to be there. We're going to have to weather a little bit of storm in a minute because Yeovil are starting to pick up a bit of momentum. So we won't be able to free flow forward attacking football. We'll have to pick our moments right now. Yeah, they've definitely stepped up the press. Yeah. What league? What league are you in, Pinecombe? And what's your kind of budget? Oh, then definitely not. No, definitely not then, Jamie. Oh, that's a great little ball. Hooper. Chicky. Oh, that was close. Oh, no, I need to make changes. League 1, your budget is big. Right. Centre mid, Andre Dazelle. Andre Dazelle, because he develops quite quickly. And he will also be able to... He'll also be able to help you out with when you get a little bit later in his career. He goes for decent money. So he'll definitely be able to help you out that way. Pardon me. Yeah. Left back. Left back's a tricky one. I forget. There's a left back called Florinus. And it's spelled F-L-O-R-A. I think there's maybe an I in there as well, but I forget whether he's a left back or a right back. There's either a left back called Florin. Florinus is either the left back or Dabo is the left back, but Dabo is either a left back or a full back, but I can't remember which way round they are that I've used them. But for centre mids, for League 1, if you want someone who's very good and all round, definitely get Andre Dazelle. Definitely. He's a great player. And as I said, he's got a lot of upside to him as well. got a lot of upside to him. And then, but if you're looking for someone a bit more defensive-minded, like a strong body or stuff like that, this Manjek that I've got here is a 69 rated, and he's very, very strong. If you're looking for someone a little bit better, like say underrated, but strong, definitely have a look at this Manjek that I've got. He was on the free agents list. Obviously, you're in League One with Northampton, so you will have. He might have gone and joined another team. I don't know about Agogo. I don't know if he is a left back or not. I haven't heard that name before. Oh, poop. Thank you very much, 800 Sport. It's all career mode all the time on this channel, mate. I don't like the other game modes in FIFA, if I'm being honest, so I stick with career mode. We get the win. Just to celebrate the fact that we got a very comfortable win. I made a mistake of giving the ball away on the goal kick, but we'll gloss over that. It's 3-1. It's 3-1. It is what it is. We're already 3-0 up, so I can let them get a goal. Gotta keep the hopes up, you know. Gotta make them think they can do it. At the minute, I only do one career mode at a time, so I'm only doing Grimsby. But I have done Vale, I've done Vale, I've done West Ham, I've done Vale again, but I took Vale to Japan. That was interesting. I took Vale to Japan. Burton Albion, Vancouver Whitecaps, New York City. Yeah, I agree, 800 Sport. I completely agree. Ooh, MK Dons. This is going to be a tough game. This is going to be a real tough game. Ah, fine, Whitmore, you can go. Right. Do we need to change anything? The thing is, with this game against the league leaders, I don't think we can afford to change anything, really, for the first half, because we're going to be going the same kind of... if we can get a goal up on them, then we can change it. They're running away with the league. I mean, they are 15 points ahead of us, and we're on the same amount of games. This looks like... this appears to be our game in hand. So it's weird. Connor Chaplin's great. Absolutely amazing. Another striker that anyone League One and above should try. The striker is called Adam Armstrong. I forget where he plays for now, but he used to play for Newcastle. He is absolutely amazing. Championship level. He even does good in the Prem. Championship level is where he comes out. I had him at Vale last year, and well, I say last year, last FIFA. I had him for Vale, and I think between him and my youth academy striker, I think they got 50 goals between them. They might have both scored 30 in a season. We might have got 60 between the two players. But those two up front were brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Well, Adam Armstrong is definitely a player that League One, Championship, anyone should look at. If you can afford him. This is going to be a grudge match. And if any of you are wondering that this is on Ultimate, this is on Ultimate difficulty, and it is also the gameplay speed is set on fast, because I find the normal game speed just way too slow. It feels like the players are running through treacle, in my opinion. So I've moved the game speed up to fast. And it sometimes gets a bit manic when it pinballs about, but overall, it feels good for me. Cooper's got a bit of space. Down to Cook. Dixon. Nice ball in. Oh, Williams gets ahead of Chicky Guerrero. Well done, Costa. Dixon. JJ Hooper. Slides down the line for Cooper. Tried to cut back and more Taylor's. Good defending. Hooper nicks it in. Chicky Guerrero, back post. Good defending. To hoop that away from him. I would love them to do that. A proper road to glory with conference teams. I think licensing's an issue with those because they're semi-pros. If I'm being honest. Because there's a lot of teams down there that are semi-professionals. So I think licensing is an issue. I think if they had like say it's like good morning, Cameron. The professional teams that have just come down, so say like Chesterfield and Barnet, I don't think there would be an issue with those because they're still classed as professional football teams. But you've got teams like Harrogate Town and Ebbsfleet and stuff like that that literally they would be classed as semi-professionals, and I think there's a licensing issue. Good ball in. Guerrero. Damn it. Did I used to play Ultimate Team? I have played Ultimate Team in the past. Never really on stream. I did one or two videos maybe like years ago. Like saying the customary when I started to do a FIFA I think when I started doing FIFA on my channel, I did a pack opening once. But yeah, I dislike Ultimate Team completely. Hooper. Penalty. Thank you, referee. Thank you. Jamie, my name is Darren. My name is Darren. No, I can't hide that, even if I wanted to, because there's sometimes when I do something wrong in this game, I tell myself off and I go, Darren, you idiot. So I can't hide that from anybody because I tell myself off. Good morning, Evs. All right, we're going to go to the left and we're going to try and get it high. Get in! Yes! Was what a pen yesterday, Evs. Mate, Evs, I have not seen any of the highlights from anybody yesterday, so I have not a clue. This probably wasn't a penalty, this tackle on Hooper, but I'm taking it because FIFA very rarely give me anything. Well, the referees don't anyway. So I honestly haven't seen any of the highlights from yesterday, Ev. So when I finish the stream this morning, I'm gonna go watch match of the day and the league highlights. So I will end up watching it by the end of today, but as of right now, I've not seen it. So all I'm gonna say is, because of what you've said and you're a loyal fan, that was never a penalty. The ref was an idiot and he was blind and he should have gone to Specsavers. But I honestly don't have a clue. I'm just going on blind faith that you're right. Whatever my chat says is truth. Absolute truth. Unless it's against Vale, then it's a lie. Unless you say Vale are the best team in the world, then it's definitely a lie. So, hey God, whoa, nicked ahead of the defenders there. Let's see, are they going to rush that man? Yep, they are. Gives me an open kick to the far side. I support Port Vale. Oh, bad first touch from Thomas. That's a great ball. Oh yeah, Tom Pope comes clutch again. Saves our skins. To be fair though, yesterday, Tom Pope shouldn't have had to save our skins. Because we should have been 2, maybe 3-1 up. We should have been. We had enough chances. We had a 15-minute spell in that second half where we could have easily scored 2 goals to make it 3-1. And then we wouldn't have been. And then as soon as, I mean, my uncle was sitting next to us, and as soon as we missed, I think it was a header with like. Yeah, I think they're getting the contracts is by the minute, like airtime. Who do you support? Who do you support? Who do you support, George? I can't say I've heard that name, Jamie. I can't say I've heard that name. Oh, I tell you what though, George, I will say this now. Your fans are some of the most passionate fans I have ever seen. And honestly, it's a testament. It's a testament to your fans that I would never go to an away game at Millwall because I would be scared for my life because of how passionate you are. I remember the name, George. I forget what team you support. I honestly do sometimes. The only people I remember who they support, I remember Marussia because he's got ECFC in his name, so I remember he's an Exeter fan. I remember Evs is a QPR fan because every single time Evs comes in, we have a conversation about QPR, either the game that they're playing or the game that they've just played. And I remember MSN Ninja's a Coventry fan because, again, every time he comes in, he either sings about Jody Jones or he wants Sisu out. So that's it. No, I never said scary. I said passionate. There's a difference. I would never. It's like I would never go away to Millwall because I would honestly. You just I know that I would just go up and I'd say hello to one of you guys and you just go Vale fan. No, that's it. We're Millwall down here. Here, sunshine. Have a black eye. Lovely back heel. Can we get the... Oh no, that's a terrible cross. Awful cross.
Cut it out. Going forward well. Cook. Hooper.
Get it onto his left foot. Better cross this time. Still not great.
Get it away. Opponents around him. That's good screening of the football. Here's Davis. Room for the cross.
That's good.
Gets his cross in.
That's better. That's it. That was much better.
Attacking play. Typical, really.
Much better.
And the effort that they put in on the track.
What did I think? Jamie, Coventry last season were... You were a good team. Again, from the teams that we saw play last year, I didn't think you were going to go up. Because you didn't look as strong as Wickham and you didn't look as strong as Luton. But you did very well. You exceeded expectations.
Poor attempt at a pass, really.
No, I know. I'm saying, but you just when I look at the teams that Vale played against, I only going on teams that I saw Vale play against. You didn't show up quite as well as some of the other teams that got promoted. So I thought that if you got up, it's a bonus. But you know, out of the pace of the entire season, you obviously deserved to go up because you were up there. But on the strength of the teams, I thought there was some that, when they come to Vale, look better. That's all it was. Who's getting... Well, Tom, that is the million-dollar question this year. Because there's a lot of teams that deserve to go out of that division. There's a lot of teams in that division that are playing extremely well. I mean, you'd have to say from the start that they've had, Leeds deserve to be up there. Derby are going to be in and around the playoffs because that's just what Derby do. And then they will fizzle out towards the end of the season. Sheffield United are probably punching above their weight with their league position at the minute. So we'll see. I mean, West Brom, I would say West Brom are probably one of the teams that I would say will be strong enough to consistently pick up the points that they need to get out of that league. Out of it. I reckon I would... Part of me, for a sadistic reason, would like to see Borough go up. But the sadistic reason is that Tony Pulis is manager, and the fact that Stoke thought Tony Pulis was not taking them anywhere. It wasn't progressing them further, so they got rid of him. So I would like Middlesbrough and Tony Pulis to go up, just purely because Stoke are in the Championship now. And that's from a Vale fan's perspective. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind Borough going up. West Brom, I think, definitely will. Whether that's through the playoffs or whatever. Norwich are a good team. You'd have to say Swansea and Stoke are going to get a little bit back together. So they're going to get up and around there. They're going to get up and around there. But honestly, the Championship is so difficult to call this year.
Put the corner in the middle. Well away from goal. You can cross it now. Whipped in from the wide area. Done well to get it wide. Not done so well with the delivery.
To be perfectly honest, George, I have not a clue where Millwall are in the league. Not a clue where Millwall are in the league.
Still 7 minutes left on the clock.
And, okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, Tom. I can appreciate that. That's a good reason, that is, to stay down. Yeah, we only want to stay down is because we want to beat Cardiff next year. That's the only reason. Good header from So. You're 18th. Oh, okay. He's definitely getting promoted then, George. Definitely getting promoted.
Well, it all looked done and dusted, didn't it? I think the crowd believed that. Not anymore, they don't.
Off we go again, 2-1. Options now for the pass.
Oh, I thought when the keeper didn't move that he just was going to watch it go into the top of it. Yeah. You're a second half team then. Is thing? Oh, flipping ink. Good morning, Lazar Aqua. Thank you very much for coming and joining the stream. Hope you're doing well.
Pressing forward with an equaliser in mind.
Does he know he's playing the other way? Get in! Great win against the league leaders. The runaway league leaders as well in Milton Keynes Dons.
Victory.
Ah.
He's had a very good game, hasn't he?
Good performance from him, and I think that was probably the difference between the two teams.
Do I have Twitter, Jamie? Yes. I have Twitter and Instagram. They are both the same as my YouTube channel. It is at Raccas Gaming. So follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Shameless plug right there. You know what? Is that it? Let's do this. Let's put them both out. Let's put both the keywords out. We get the win. Oh, you're kidding me. We limited him to one shot on target and that had to be the goal. I'll have it. I will have it. No, Lazar. I am not. I am a Vale fan. I am a Port Vale fan. You support Rangers. You are welcome in this chat every single day, my friend. Up the gears. Up the gears, definitely. Two of my favourite football players are Rangers legends, Peter Lovenkrantz and Brian Laudrup. So you are definitely welcome in here every single week. I wouldn't say Celtic scum, but I don't like Celtic. So yeah. Getting people to move on loan is ridiculous. Let's have a look at Chong. Let's have a look at his stats. He's alright. Ampadu. Ampadu's not that good. But can I just ask in a minute? It's like, what is this big thing about people with massive hair? What is this thing with that massive hair? Seriously. I don't get it. Right, we're going to have to make some drastic changes for this game. Because we've got players that are really tired. We're going to give Hooper the full game off, and we're also going to give Costa the full game off. Do I play Ultimate Team? No, I don't. I really don't. That's again, career mode. It's not for everybody. It is really not for everybody. Hang on. Did I put? No, it was you two that was moved about, wasn't it? Yes, that's it. Yeah, it's what you call it. It's each to their own. I prefer Ultimate Team over I prefer career mode over Ultimate Team. Is because I hate the fact that to buy a player and to kind of progress. When you want to progress through Ultimate Team, you've got to put money into it, really. Or you've got to grind out for like a month to get... It's like, to being able to get like the decent informs and the prime players and blah 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 blah, you've either got to be extremely lucky or pay a lot of money. And I don't agree with that system. I do not agree with that system. Because it's like, if you want to stand a chance in like the weekend league or anything like that, you've got to have the best players or be an absolute god at the game. And that means you've got to put in a hell of a lot of time into the game, which for me, I don't have that much time. So for me to be able to come on Saturday and Sunday mornings and live stream for you guys for a couple of hours and be able to pick up where we left off and still make progress, still have a laugh and still chat, I love it. And let's face it, it's like, if I wanted to get, if I wanted to live stream Ultimate Team, then people would basically be demanding packs like every single week, every single time you go on. So it's like people wanting packs, so that would force a situation where you've got to spend money because people will want to see you opening packs. And if you don't have the coins, you can't open the packs, which means the people don't come in to watch. So it's kind of a self-defeating cycle for me. Decent header. Have I read Roy Keane's books? I haven't. I haven't. To be perfectly honest, I'm not a big reader of books. I will listen to audiobooks, so I'll have a look, see if they're on audiobooks. When it comes to that, when it comes to reading books, I have a very short attention span. So if the book grabs me, and it's like it's really interesting from the start, then I I basically won't be able to stop until I've completed that book. It might be like 10 hours, 14 hours, whatever, but I will not stop. Pretty much, I will not stop until I've read that book. And Rob Less is offside. But you know, it's like if I can listen to an audio book, and then I can listen to it when I'm like doing a bit of cleaning, when I'm just mucking about, when I'm having my dinner. You know, it's chill. It's like, and then you can just pick it up. You can listen to. It's like if you've got to go to a long car journey, stuff like that. You can listen to an hour of it in the car. You take it anywhere, and it's like you're constantly doing stuff. Whereas if I was reading a book, I'd feel like I'd need to be doing something else. But yeah, it is what it is. Who do I think is better, Messi or Ronaldo? Now, my opinion on this is that I think Ronaldo is better. And the reason why I think Ronaldo is better is because he's doing it at 3 teams. That's my reason for it. It's like Messi has done it at Barcelona, where the team was built around the young players and basically built around him for his entire career. Whereas Ronaldo did okay at Sporting. Nobody really found it. And then he started to dominate at Man United. And then he dominated at Real Madrid. And now he's going to try and dominate at Juventus, which isn't going as well as he probably would have hoped, but he's putting in the effort. So that's my reason for it. He's not shying away from a challenge, which is why I think. This is why I mean, again, he's not better than him yet, but it's a reason why I think Neymar might actually appear in some people's charts above Messi in about 5 or 6 years' time. Because Neymar was good, whichever American team he was, South American team he was at. I forget which team it was. I want to say Sao Paulo, but I'm going to be completely wrong. And then he did it at Barcelona, and now he's creating his own legacy at PSG. And I think in about 4 or 5 years' time, he will move on to another club for another challenge. And I think that's why, at the end of the day, Messi will go down as one of the all-time greats. Absolutely no doubt about it. But I think some people, myself included, might put him a little bit lower down on the list just because he stayed where he was safe. And he stayed where he knew. again, people will call it loyalty, but I think it's just adaptability. But you know, it is what it is. Oh no! Again, it is completely opinion, and I'm not taking anything away from Messi at all. That he is going to go in my. What I will say, if you ask me, who's the better technical dribbler, then it's Messi without a doubt. Messi is by far the better ball carrier. He has the ball at the feet. He can do things that no other player in the world or in the game of football has ever done. Complete player, Ronaldo. And you know what I mean. I think the best player in the world and the best player there was is still Pele. In my opinion. The things that Pele did were just awesome. Great save, Oliver. But it's like Messi. I mean, as what you've said, Lazar, about Messi and being that kind of player, I completely agree with you. Completely agree that Ronaldo does score a lot of tap-ins, but there's also Ronaldo has some absolutely phenomenal headed goals, which Messi cannot have. Because let's face it, he's 5'0". You know, so there's absolutely nothing Messi can do about it. I still think, you see, the thing is, I still think Pele. Because in the time when Pele was breaking through in the 60s and 70s, racism was still very high. And for a black individual to be classed as one of the best in the world is absolutely in that way. And he obviously would have, when he played away games, wherever he went, he must have come under some serious heat that a lot of players, that people probably don't even talk about, and it might not even come to light until after Pele has passed from this world. But he must have come under some serious heat going through that, and he was still able to perform at that high level for that amount of time. He gets infinite respect for me for that, to be honest with you. No, agree. Completely agree with you, 800 Sport. And let's face it, I mean, if we're talking about ability to change the game, then and be able to take the game by the scruff of the neck, both of them are up there. Both Messi and Ronaldo. That if their team is struggling, if their team is struggling, then both of them can turn around and say, right, I got this. We are now winning the game because I said so. And both of those two players can hold that, can basically say, I don't think anyone, apart from Tom Pope, has had the ability to do that. Team player, maybe, but the all-round, he's a team player, probably a better team player, yeah. Definitely a better team player, and that's because that team is built around him. But, you know, that's it. And Jimmy, yeah, well, none of us have to say anything this morning, mate. None of us have to say out. I think I made too many changes for this game because the team does not feel balanced. Oh, what a save, Flinders. Yeah, let's face it, Jimmy, I will honestly tell you, you were lucky yesterday. You were extremely lucky yesterday that we couldn't finish. We should have had 3. Easily.
Possession in the midfield area. Dawson can find some space here on the flanks.
Depends what kind of suggestions you're looking for. To be perfectly honest though, Jimmy, the game should have been dead and buried before he got to the last minute.
Fox. Whitehouse. I see a substitute coming on for the away team here.
Hassan Tyler in that role is not working. We had enough chances to put you to bed, but the one thing that I don't know what's your opinion. I'm going to ask your opinion first before I say what I want to say. What's your opinion on Harry Kewell?
Welsh. We've reached the hour mark. Half an hour to go. With great vision here.
Rob Less.
Really good defending. If he hadn't touched it, it was a goal.
Like an English championship or something similar. If you want a challenge, try Ipswich.
Welsh. Cook. Lloyd. Dawson.
League One. I think the thing is, for the first time,
Whipped in from the wide area.
for the first time, it's like for the first season, it's going to be a walk in the park for you with Sunderland.
Whitehouse.
Who's the best defender?
Spread the play now.
Oh, Jonathan Tarr.
Trying to find
No,
an
I don't. I would say while he's still playing, it's Chiellini.
Welsh. Thomas. He saw the look
While he's still playing, I think it's Chiellini.
pass was going. Read it. Room for the cross.
For all-round defenders, definitely Chiellini. Well, let's put it this way, mate. Jimmy, if I was... I hate Harry Kewell. Now, after yesterday, the fourth of... Every single time the referee blew the whistle, he was all over the fourth official, whether it was for your team or against your team. All over the fourth official. I mean, it was almost as if he was asking for the phone number. It's like he was a really... It was a really, like, a persistent kind of guy asking for a phone number. And he was just constantly... And he would not... It's just... And if I was any of your players, I would be annoyed. Because your left back, is it Tootle? Your right back, Tootle. He was giving him... Your right back, he had him... At one point, there was a throw-in for you guys. And he literally pulled him off the pitch so he could shout at him. He was shout at him. I have never seen a manager drag a player off the side of the pitch to shout at him. I mean, it's like, at the end of the game, he was just a disgrace. He was absolutely a disgrace. Do I think West Ham are doing good? I think they're doing okay. They've still got room to grow. And I think I'm going to lose this game. I think I made too many changes. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. What are my thoughts on Salford? I think they're doing their best. Their best way to try and get out of the league. They're trying to become a professional team, and And fair enough, if you've got the money to back them, and you've got the players, the expertise that you've got available, then why not use it? I mean, let's face it. It's like, I mean, there's a lot of people that's saying that it's what are other teams going to do when they come against them? But it's just as if like people like Burnley and all that go against Man City. Oh, what a yes! What an equaliser! You know, it's just like that. It's like, it's just stuff like that. It's like, what on earth do you expect? It's like, there's a team like Salford that they've got, fair enough, they've got money and they can pay for it. Why not let them do it? I mean, these people are saying it's unfair, but I mean, to be perfectly honest, they probably have more money than Vale. They definitely have more money than Vale. So it's like, if we come against them, could Vale, even if it's in the FA Cup and stuff like that, could Vale turn around and say it's unfair that they can play their players that much money? No, because it's not right for Vale to complain about that. It's the certain circumstances that they're in. They're taking advantage of whatever situation they've got, and they've got people that are willing to back them. That should be encouraged in football. Because that's how teams like that have to survive. They survive on donations and money from other teams and other external sources. It's how businesses run. You know, should it be evenly spread around the league? Maybe. But that's prize money. You know. What are my thoughts on #United? I have not a clue. I don't know. I watched probably 1 or 2 episodes when Spencer first started #United, but I've not seen anything recently, so I can't pass comment. And I think we were lucky to escape with a 1-1 draw there. Well, I think we were extremely lucky to escape there. Right, guys, I'm just going to go the loo, so give me 2 seconds and I will be right back. Press the wrong button, but we're back. Yeah, Jimmy, I've seen that. I can see that message, mate. But it's because you're using the arse, you're using arse and arsehole. The auto spam and also censor feature has cut it out, so it's just it's kind of so it helps me with people looking at it, so it's fine. But thank you. Keep an eye on Scoop Pollock. Let's have a look then. And Trevor Chalobah. Is that Trevor Chalobah the one from... Can't see Pollock. He's not on here. Yeah, Chelsea. So I will not be able to get him, definitely. And we're not in a transfer window, Josh. So I'll get him scouted so we can keep an eye on him. Well, he's at Ipswich. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll keep an eye on him, definitely. But we can't get him at the minute. So we were lucky to escape that game with the draw, which hasn't really hurt our playoff chances any more than what it should do. Which is alright, which is good. So I started the save at the start of FIFA, so I haven't got him in. Right, so let's change all this about now. Manjak's coming back in. Cook will come back in. Where's JJ? Where's JJ Hooper? And Chicky G. Cook, Hooper, Campbell. Goes off for Thomas. King and Davies. Dixon's playing right back. Oops, did that wrong. There's Loyola. Don't want Welsh in there, do I? It's Whitehouse, and then Costa comes back onto the bench. And is that everyone I need? Robles for Vernon. Yeah. Is that true, Josh? I didn't know that. Who do you think get promoted from League 2? Lincoln. Guaranteed Lincoln. They are the best team I've seen up at Vale since Sheffield United were in League 2. That's like League 1. Sheffield United... Lincoln this year looks so organised. It's actually scary to think what they might do. Oh, you're only guessing. Oh... I was going to say, if that's true, then that would be mad. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if that puts that in, because they're only allowed, squads are only allowed so many players, so I wouldn't be surprised. And it honestly would make sense. I think it's like, how many youth teams and reserve teams must Chelsea have to keep all those players playing for them? They must be able to play a league against themselves. Let me just see if... Yeah, it has done. For some reason, that's done it. I don't get that. Why has he swapped those two about when I changed it to attacking? Shouldn't have done. Ah, well. Well, thank you for that, Josh. That's not a bad observation there.
I don't think it's going to affect the game in any way in terms of calling it off, but it might get very wet for the players.
In our match today, Swindon Town against Grimsby Town. And here it is.
Well, guys, what have you got planned for the rest of the afternoon?
The system that we think they're going to go with.
What? How much of a challenge do you want, Jimmy? Because, mate, to be perfectly honest, if you want a big challenge, why not take Notts? Why not do Notts County?
This is the lineup for the away side. And a look at the opposing side as well. It's pretty similar, Alan, isn't it?
It is. I hope we're not in for a snore fest here when there's not going to be many chances.
You've got a challenge there, mate. And at least then you won't have an Aussie in charge.
Existing team have been really entertaining us with some great attacking football.
Your foot champs.
Top scorers in the league so far.
Well, they've been full of goals and coming from all areas of the pitch too.
Well,
To be perfectly honest, I was thinking maybe I was going to do. Oh, the thing is, if you want another challenge, Morecambe is another big challenge.
When it's right, he might be feeling his body. But, you know, you need to think long and hard.
Obviously, Macclesfield Town is a challenge, but you know, there's a lot of people doing Macclesfield Town, so it's a little bit boring to just constantly just see everyone doing Macclesfield. So, Morecambe are a big challenge as well. Depends. Honestly, depends, Lazar, because what I like to do is after I finish the main road to glory, I like to change it up a bit and do something a little bit different. Now, what we did last year... Oh, you cheeky son of a... Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy! You and me are going to have words, sunshine. Come at me. You cheeky little ass. You cheeky. But yeah. No. Anyway, back to what I was going to say before I got so rudely interrupted. Anyway, what I'll tend to do is, last year, once we finished the Port Vale career mode, we relegated West Ham to League 2 and stripped out all the good players. So we basically did a bankrupt series, which we may do again, but we may do a bankrupt in another country. But we'll see. We don't know, because I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything in the Bundesliga before. I've done nothing in La Liga or the French league or anything like that. So it might be interesting. It might be interesting to do a bankrupt series in another another league, or we take a team. But it might be a case of what we might want to do is, say we bankrupt, let's say Arsenal, for instance. We bankrupt Arsenal, but also move them to Germany. Yeah, no, I've been thinking that as well. We also did an International Super League where we took over Ajax and basically moved everyone to the Scottish League. Yeah, we did it. We moved them all to the Scottish League. So we had like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United, Man City, Juventus, Napoli, Schalke, Bayern, all in one league, and basically we were then Ajax and tried to win the league. I think we finished 6th. I think we finished 6th in the league, which was an achievement because it was difficult, really difficult. I think I'm trying too hard right now to get a shot on goal. Cheltenham's not a bad shot. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it more when we get closer towards the end of the Grimsby career mode. About what... Come on, Oliver. You've got to be saving that. You've got to be saving that at your near post. That is ridiculous. You've got to be saving that, son.
Getting forward well as a team now.
Not yet. Touch wood, Jimmy, I won't. But I haven't. I got close. I think my rating got down to the 50s at one point, but I've never been sacked. Yeah, Swindon are doing what we do to teams. This is what we did to Yeovil. Just getting behind him and then just a nice little header. So we're getting done at the minute. Thank you very much, Josh. Oh dear, couldn't commit the defender. Oh, nice tackle, Loyal. Get it, Thomas. Goal. Get the ball. Get the ball. Come on, get the ball. Get the ball. Pick up the flipping ball. Pick. Oh, for smeg's sake, pick up the ball. I don't have Nightbot. When I did have Nightbot, I used to use Nightbot, and what it did for me, it started to time out people when they didn't deserve to time out people. So it was getting very, very frustrating. It was very finicky to set up, so I stopped using it. And I don't plan on having it back until chat gets to a stage where it's too quick. And at the minute, it's like when people say it's like obviously we want to grow as a channel, but I'm happy with the size we're at right now. It's because I can get to chat with and respond to pretty much every message that you guys put in, and it's a bit more without sounding weird, it's a bit more intimate, it's a bit more personal. So we can have like a proper chat about everything. So I like it as it is at the minute, and I like the fact that we don't really have to have moderators or a nightbot, so to speak, in the chat, because it's a bit more normal and natural. Obviously, if stuff needs to get done and people need to be timed out or banned, then people who have been in the chat for a while know that I will do that. There are certain things that I don't accept, but I tend to be a bit fair and don't just straight away say, you know what, I don't like you, you're gone. I will usually give you 1, 2, 3 warnings, depending on the what you call it, depending on the circumstances and what's happened in to cause me to give you a warning. But you know, it is what it is. Oh come on, that should have been for Cook. That cross should have been. Oh, for crying out loud! Thank you, Loyola. My plan for next stream is next Saturday morning. I don't need them, to be honest with you, mate. I don't think I need... Well, again, in a minute, I don't think I need them because we're able to handle it ourselves and we can just... That's a good finish from Mark Richards. Ex-Vale player. I don't think we need him. I've technically got 2 mods on the channel. Both of them are friends that helped me set up the channel when I first started live streaming. So they helped me out doing some testing and that. So that was the reason why they would put on mods. But it's very rare. I mean, one of them comes in most weeks. And he'll probably just literally sit and he won't say much in the chat. Some weeks he's just really busting me backside because he wants to have a joke with me. But, you know, I don't think we need them. Mods on moderators, Josh. Basically just they help me run the stream in the chat. They can do like delete messages, basically help keep things in order, but that didn't make sense. But anyway. Yeah, things are not going well this game. It looks like we're gonna be ending the stream with a loss. This is not good. Well, I'm still keeping ultra attacking because I want to try and get as many goals as I can out of this. We had a good start to the stream. We beat MK Dons, but I've probably took my foot off the pedal thinking it was a little bit easier. Yeah, basically, or friends that like me enough to do stuff for free. What on earth is that for, ref? He's given penalty. What for? Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, Mark Richards for the hat-trick. Good save, Anti Oliver. League 2 refs are awful. Just saying. Ah, too close to the keeper. Where's my... Why have you moved my left back to centre back? Oh, the ref was awful yesterday. For both teams. It's like for the first 15 minutes, he give everything for Vale. The next 15 minutes, he give everything for Notts County. You know, it's one of those. It's just ridiculous. And then for the last 15 minutes, he decided, I'm going to alternate. I'm going to give one for Vale, one for Notts County. One for Vale, one for Notts County. One for Vale, one for Notts County. Two for Notts County, two for Vale. It was awful. It honestly was awful. And the thing is, he wasn't consistent with it. It's like Pope was getting manhandled. You had a player in front of him and a player behind, and the player in front had a grab of his shirt. So at one point he gave a foul because he grabbed his shirt, which fair enough. He's grabbed at his shirt. So yeah, he gave it. The next time the player behind him grabbed Pope's shirt and he didn't give a free kick. You know, it's strange. I'm a Vale fan, Josh. I'm a Port Vale fan. You know, it's weird. And then when it was just a bad piece of refereeing. And you know what I was saying about yesterday about time wasting? Well, let's put it this way. When you made it 1-1, your goalkeeper started to waste a little bit of time. You know, because obviously Kuehl had said, right, if we just make sure we don't lose. Fair enough. You go away from home. You haven't been having a great run of form. You know, that's it. That's fair enough. I can appreciate that. So you're wasting a little bit of time. From a Vale fan's perspective, that is freaking annoying. And the ref warned your throw-in taker a couple of times. Only booked him when Kuehl was talking to him. Didn't book him for actually doing that. He then warned him a subsequent 3 or 4 times after that, and warned your keeper once. Even though it was taking him ages to do the free kick. Our keeper does it once and he warns him. It's like, okay. Scott Brown did it once and he immediately warns him. Yet your keeper had done it 3 or 4 times and didn't warn him. Good morning, Zane. Thank you very much for coming joining the stream. Hope you're doing well. Ah, on the wrong side. Yeah, Costa's never going to win that header. Good tackle, Loyola. Unfortunately, we're going to lose this. Richards has gone off. Night time. Good evening, then. I was going to say, hopefully we can make it 4-3. But unfortunately, that's 4-2. And that is going to be a final whistle right there. Yep, it is. We lose. Sucks. And it sucks to end the stream on a loss, but we have to. (4-2) lost to Swindon. They played extremely well. Zane, I don't know just yet, mate. I don't know where that loss has put us. 3rd. Okay, so we haven't dropped too many places, which I've got to say is a relief. I've got to say that is an extreme relief. Okay, so we're going to do a quick roundup of where we're currently sitting, table-wise and league scorers. So, but let me just save this. I have 2 saves just in case there is an issue with one of them. It's always nice to have a backup. So Milton Keynes Dons, who we beat in this episode, are currently sitting at the top. They are 15 points ahead of us now. They are absolutely running away with the league, so they should take the title. Lincoln, we're 9 points behind. We've played to 46 games, so there's 12 games left in the season. So we are slowly coming through to the end of the season. We're getting there. We need to basically keep ahead of Mansfield, Exeter, Cheltenham and Vale. So we are 56 points and Vale are on 52. So there's only 4 points basically separating us between them and Notts County. They're currently sitting in 8th. So we've got to keep up our current run of form. We are the top goal scorers in the league with 58 goals, which is an awesome achievement, if I'm being honest, considering where we were. At the bottom is pretty tight. Macclesfield and Crewe are currently sitting in there, which is interesting to see Crewe that low down. And a part of me is thinking it's a little bit happy. In the top goal scoring charts, we have got Thomas up there with 14. Polion is up there with Crawley with 14. Agard we're going to be getting next year from Milton Keynes is 15. They've got 15 goals so far this year. So we're doing okay on that front. In the assist leaders, we have got Jordan Cook currently sitting up there with 8. Chicky Guerrero, JJ Hooper and Giovanni Costa currently sitting down there on 6. Clean sheets, we're not in the top 15. Yellow cards, we haven't got anyone in the top 15. And Collins is the only one for us that's got a red card. So we got that. So we're doing okay. We're not doing too bad. Let's have a quick look at the squad roundup and have a look at that and see how our individual stats are doing. JJ Hooper, Wes Thomas, most appearances with 42. Thomas has got 18 for the season, Cook with 12, Hooper with 11, Romain Campbell with 8 and Costa with 6, the same with Arce. In the assist leaders, Guerrero and Cook have got 8 apiece, Costa and Hooper with 7, Hessenthaler and Thomas with 5. I don't know why it took me so long to read the number 5. Ante Oliver, our main goalkeeper, has got up 12 ratings so far this season. He's doing okay. I'd like to see his goalkeeping attributes increase to be in the greens in the 70s, because he's still letting in too many goals for my liking, especially at the near post. So his positioning really needs to go up, and it has gone up by 18 considering how bad he was to start off with. And then we've got Dylan King, our centre-back, who, to be perfectly honest with you, is going to be a bit of a beast if we keep training him. He's not going to have a great deal of pace, I don't think. But at least he's going to be strong enough to be able to hold people off. Giovanni Costa is our Scout Future star, and his ball control, dribbling, short passing is getting up there. His finishing's 10. He's gone up by 10, so he's in the 50s, and it's better. It's on par with a lot of our strikers. And we're going to finish it off. We're just going to have a quick look at our youth team, who we've got coming through the ranks next time, or for next couple of seasons. And we might actually promote some of these early to give them a bit of game time. Sam Cox, 57 at the minute, potential to be 90 with a valuation of 180 grand. Marcus Wine, bit of confusion here from me, to be honest with you. His valuation is really high for someone whose potential is only to be 81. And his stats don't really say that he's going to do anything great as soon as he comes in. So I'm a little bit concerned, but a little bit worried about that. But he might just be good to get some money later down the line. Patrick Hughes, 56 at the minute, 160 grand valuation. Potential to be 88. Decent enough jumping strength and aggression so far. His technical abilities need to come on. Oscar Wright, 55 rated, potential to be 91. 140k valuation again. Physical stats look good. Technical stats look a little bit better than Patrick Hughes. But, you know, obviously, they're both still young and they've got time to improve. Diego Rodriguez looks a little bit exciting. 120 grand, 55 rated, potential to be 89. Agility's good, and his technicals are already up there with someone who I'd like to be. I would prefer his strength to be a little bit higher with him being a defensive midfielder, but it is what it is. You can't get everything. Jose Miguel, 56 rated, 160 grand with a potential to be 86. Technicals are okay. He's only 5'5", and we've already got Giovanni Costa in that position, so we might just use him for money. Donald Gallagher. I was really excited about him when I first saw his stats, but I don't know whether he's going to do much. Left-footed, left wing, 130k valuation, 54, potential to be 93. His sprint speed and agility is good. Technicals not so much, but you never know. He's 15. He's got plenty of time. He could be decent. And then Kagatoki Okimasa from Japan. He doesn't look very Japanese in his picture, But he's 50 rated, 60 ground valuation, 88. Again, his sprint speed's good, his agility's good. Nothing else is really to shout home about. Again, probably just using to train up and just fill the squad. And then we've got Liam Ward, 54 rated, potentially 94 goalkeeper. Goalkeepers are always good to get your money in career mode if you need it. So it's always good to have at least one goalkeeper in your youth academy at all times to try and just keep the money flowing through. So thank you very much for everybody who's come and joined the stream. Thank you everybody who is new and returning. Hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below if you want. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to get notified when we go live next, hit that little bell. You'll get either an email notification or a push notification when I go live on your mobile device. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, it is @Raccas Gaming. Send me a message. I will try to reply back as soon as I can. One thing I have noticed though is if you do follow me on Instagram and you send me a direct message, it doesn't pop up as a notification. I have to physically go in and check it. So if it takes me a lot longer to reply on an Instagram, I apologise. That's something in the system that I haven't seen. So I'll be able to be in the future. I will check Instagram more because now I know that is a thing. So thank you very much for watching. I will be live hopefully next Saturday morning. But if I'm not, then I'll let you know on Twitter and or Instagram. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Raccas. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Try.